The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Tokucast Bottom. Go fuck ourselves because we went through this shit.
It's fun.
Yep. So, was it, when was this? When did the video come out? Was it on Wednesday or was this last weekend? Recently, we released our top, it was our top five.
It was our top five intros.
Yeah, top five
That
intros.
was last Wednesday.
Yes. So,
Where I posted the best picture.
As of recording this, it's last Wednesday.
And we were kind of going off of that, and we realized we did our top whatever, because the numbers varied, Toku shows. Now we need to do the bottom.
I think it was 10. When we did our favorite.
I think I was like 15. Mark was like 15, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It was it was like 10, but then we had a bunch of honorable mentions, but I think you guys just went ahead and turned it up.
Yeah. So, we're going to do the bottom version.
I think I did too, but I don't remember.
We're each going to talk about our least favorite Toku shows.
It's been a long time coming for this one.
Yep. Now, this is going to include Garo, Sentai, Kamen Rider, Metal Heroes.
Ultraman.
Oh my god. Okay. So, I'm starting off. I have 12, I think. I stopped counting.
We're not going to put these so much in a particular order.
They're not really in order. We're just angry and we want to yell about something.
Sure.
Though, in my case, the ones that are last are the ones I hate more.
Okay.
It's not in any particular order, but the
you mean the ones that you list last?
Yeah, not the ones I list last, ones I'm going to talk about last.
Mm.
So the farther I go, the more I'm going to hate.
And we'll chime in because, of course, there's going to be some intersection.
Absolutely, because we do have some similar tastes every now and then.
We do.
All right, so my first one I want to hate.
Okay.
Qranger.
Yeah.
It's on my list too.
Yep, mine too.
This show is awful. Now, they say it's not as bad as they remember.
It's still bad.
I still think
it's still fucking bad.
I still think it's awful, but I think it's not as awful as other Sentai I've seen.
Yeah.
Or even other Toku shows I've seen.
That is fair, which is why I'm talking about it first, because I actually think most of these other shows I'm going to talk about are worse.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm.
Next.
Some things that
I don't even know what's on your list, but I probably agree with you.
Sure.
Next.
Certainly.
Zyuohger.
Yeah.
That show is so boring.
The show is boring. The opening is shite.
Oh, God. The ending is shite. It's
awesome. And the fact that I was so excited to watch it because it was the Sentai that, was the first that spawned Power Rangers. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see it. What is this? Why is it awful and why do I hate it?
It's awful because it's a bad show.
The only good thing about that show was
Rita. That and Rita.
I was gonna say Machiko Soga is Rita.
Machiko Soga.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's Bandora.
Dora 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 Bandora.
Best songs, by the way. So that show is
That's the best Super Sentai insert song. It's the Bandora song.
Anyway,
not wrong.
My next one, Kamen Rider Stronger.
Oh god, Stronger!
Stronger's awful.
My first appearance on camera for Tokucast.
Yeah.
Was it really?
It was.
Wow.
That's a long time ago.
That was a
long ago in a distant land.
AKA 2 apartments ago.
Well, it was his apartment.
Yeah.
His old apartment.
Yeah, we used to record in my townhouse. I still remember the first time you were ever on Tokucast, period. Kamen Rider Amazon.
Yep.
/
Is that also on your list?
No, actually, neither of those are. I thought Amazon's was bad, but I thought these were just so much worse. And I can see why people would like Amazon's.
Not Amazon's. Amazon's.
Stronger, however, is terrible.
Stronger is so bad.
Terrible.
And how do you expect us to be intimidated by a man who has a balloon around his neck as a suit?
He was not well designed.
No.
Especially in comparison to like V3, Amazon, X.
The original Kamen Rider.
Yeah. The original 2. So he just didn't look good.
Nope.
This one
and very sadly he's the only Kamen Rider that we've lost.
Yeah.
On an even sadder note.
Damn.
So that show just makes me sad for so many reasons.
Anyway.
Mostly it's terrible.
Next. Zyuohger.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's not on my list.
Do go on. This is not on my list either.
Well, it did break the trope of having an obnoxious red. He just became yellow.
God. No, Leo.
He was obnoxious.
Yeah.
Not too obnoxious. The suits were fucking awful.
I love the suits in Zyuohger. I really like those.
Cheap looking.
I did not like. I honestly,
I did not mind the suits.
And you know what?
I didn't mind the helmets. I thought the helmets were cool. Neck down, no.
Because they saved their budget for the next season.
Yep.
What was next season?
Qranger.
Thank you. Because there's so many Rangers.
I thought the suits were awful. I thought getting so many goddamn power-ups was stupid.
That was probably.
I did not mind the idea of him opening his helmet to get the gorilla form.
What?
But the fact that everybody else's looked like it could do something like that and then never did.
Only one who else
Go
did
fuck
it.
yourself.
The only other one who did was the only other human.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Number 2,
Wow.
the plot was boring. While we did get the world, and he is a great Sixth Ranger.
He was our number 1 Sixth Ranger, yeah.
People still find it.
The villain was goddamn boring.
He was never there.
He was not intimidating.
Okay.
And how they beat him is so asinine.
It is terrible. Narya did nothing.
It's just...
This is something we're definitely going to get to.
Also, the mechs look terrible.
That's when they were just Rubik's Cubes. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is something we're definitely going to get into a lot more when we actually get to.
You were trying to ride the Minecraft train about 4 years too late.
Yep. This is something we're definitely going to get into more once we actually start talking about the show.
God,
Once we get to that review.
I hated that show.
Really?
Though I do admit, I love the opening. That opening was great.
It's okay, yeah.
I did love that opening.
It was, because that was on our top 10 Sentai openings.
Yes.
And I remember you being like, listen to it.
I'll admit, I listened to it when I was bored at work. It's a great opening. From that moment on, stop.
Oh my goodness, wow. I did not know you hated that show so much.
Me either.
Well, what else we got?
Clutch pearls.
The rest of them are not going to be very surprising, I'm going to be real honest. Next is Kamen Rider Kiva.
That's on mine.
It's not on mine. But
Here's the thing. I didn't hate it the first time I watched it. I hated it on the reviewing.
You know...
I hated it on the reviewing.
You know,
I binged it with my friend Josh the first time I watched it, and we were like, this is so cool! And then I'm rewatching, and I'm realizing the treasure trove of Miyazaki lore shit that you had in front of you, that you said, nah. Let's talk about relationships.
Or lack thereof.
Exactly.
And only dedicate half of the show to a good character.
You had a JoJo as your Kamen Rider belt. How do you fuck this up?
Easily. What's next?
Apparently you make Kiva. That's how you have it up.
You cast a bitch in the main role. That's what you do.
Kiva's so bad.
Next is Kamen Rider Wizard. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm disappointed. I'm
Mad and
angry.
disappointed.
I'm angry-pointed.
Good opening. Great look. Good premises.
Terrible execution.
But the goddamn characters are so... I don't even want to say one-dimensional.
They're just not dimensional.
They're just...
Non-dominational.
Non-denominational.
We know nothing about our main writer other than he likes soccer and donuts.
That's it.
That's all we get!
Uh-huh.
And then we decided halfway through we're just going to be Full Metal Alchemist because that was popular.
This is 2013, people.
Full Metal
Alchemist came out in 2003.
And Brotherhood came out in 2009.
Again, you're writing the Bandwagon 3 or 4 years too fucking late.
The Bandwagon?
Yes.
All right.
It's a dragon.
Also, all dragon form. Let's see that twice.
CG is expensive. That's why we saw.
The suit is
that's
amazing.
why we saw Thunder Dragon once.
But you can still see the diamonds in the rough of the show. The suits are amazing. Pun intended, by the way.
Yeah, I was thinking though.
Diamonds in the rough. Pun intended. The suits are amazing. Some of
Why
the
do we
choreography...
decorate our set with those rings?
Because they're pretty.
Because they're pretty. And again, the suits are amazing. The abilities are amazing. And the choreography can sometimes be amazing. But you had no characters and you did nothing
Also, I still love the fact that the reason why the fight scenes were so flip heavy and kick heavy is because he didn't. Seiji Takawa did not want to damage the rings.
Fair enough. And that honestly makes sense.
Mm.
That makes absolute... Unless he's in Earth form and then it's... But anyway, what's next? Kamen Rider Ghost.
Shit.
We're kind of in the same problem. You have some great goddamn looking suits.
Yeah.
Bar, excluding a couple.
I think his base form is his best form.
I still like Beethoven and I want that jacket.
See, I think Grateful looked meh. I think his ultimate form looked meh. But some great looking suits. You had another goddamn Fies in terms of you could have done so many more night scenes where the suit lights up, but we get one. Maybe two.
He forgets he can walk through walls that are allowed to.
He forgets he's a ghost. He forgets he's a fucking ghost. You know the title of the goddamn show? We got boring characters again.
Terrible characters again.
It's just, again, What I hate about bad Kamen Riders and bad Sentai is you can see the potential for something
What I hate about
amazing.
bad television or movies in general.
True. You can see, you have the ideas of you could have done so much better.
But you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And instead we get Onari.
Onari.
Who leaves me ornery.
Grateful should have been the ultimate form.
It should have. What's next?
Well,
Now, this one was terrible, not for all the worst reasons, and I mean by as in forgivable reasons. Ranger. It was so bad, but the back of your mind, you have to go. You have to slightly understand.
You have to remember why they made the changes they did.
Yeah.
Because those first 8 episodes.
For me, it was like the first 4.
But from that moment on, it was just
Trash.
I'm going to go back to watching Power Rangers Zeo because it's better.
It is.
Yeah. And the next one has no excuse like that. The rest of them really don't. Garo Season 3.
Yeah.
You got rid of the main protagonist, who was better. You took away the gold out of Garo, which who the fuck? How do you have the balls, number one? You gave us bad characters, except maybe Gokai Silver. I liked his character in that because it was so different than what I used to see him in. It was a nice change. It was good to see his range. You gave a Bodo a Makai fucking knight, which is nice.
And then you made him later go on and infect the entire world with a tree.
But then you turn it into bad shonen of I can give the gold to everybody.
Yeah, that was terrible.
What the actual fuck?
Beautiful gold.
Your Makai priest was just there to look pretty.
Yeah.
Which I'll admit, she was pretty. But make her pretty and useful.
I feel like all the characters in the show are there to look pretty.
And
in season,
still not useful.
In Season 3, yeah.
I know you had the other girl season that we just reviewed.
No, I don't, actually.
Really?
No, I figured y'all had that covered.
Oh, I got that covered. As you see. I'm sure.
Next, the one show that made me want to drink to forget.
What's that?
Black RX.
Oh, God.
I don't really want to watch RX today. I don't want to watch RX today. I really fucking don't. That show was awful. That show made me angry. That show did the worst thing that you could have done to a character who was so prevalent in the show prior. And a bike. Fucking Shadow Moon came back for 2 episodes. I'm sorry. I'll go die now.
It's like, the reason why I have this on and not Hibiki post-episode 30 is because Hibiki post-episode 30 was for the one show, and it was only like, 12 episodes at most afterwards?
Something like that.
Yeah.
17, 18.
But this one, we take an entire show, we make a new entire show to fuck that other show in the ass.
Because we need
money.
And then they actually
I feel
lost
like
money.
This is worse than Hibiki post-episode 30 in terms of how much it makes me angry.
Oh, yeah, for me.
It lost money at the end of the day.
I hate Black RX so much.
All right.
That'd be part of the reason why
I forgot to put Black RX on my list. But consider it on there now. Because
I have 2 more.
2 more, okay. What you got?
The next one did what I thought was impossible. You made me hate ninjas.
Oh,
Shuriken Sentai Ninja.
Yeah.
The actual fuck.
That's a show.
They can't act. Most of them can't do shit. One of them was only useful because he's using non-ninja skills.
Pink was
okay.
And gold was okay.
Also, Burger Morpher, really?
I'm okay with it.
We got a Burger Mom the year later, but that was just executed so much better because he died.
But
Forza
and once again, when I get to the ending and it's like boring and I don't give even a little bit of a shit.
It also seemed like they just forgot the whole reason they were fighting for the first place.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, we're just going to become the ninja.
We're going to become the ninja of the ninja.
Because we can say that because Shuriken actually showed up in the show.
Yep.
But then it's just like we end up getting this and just like stabbed by itself everywhere, always.
It committed harakiri.
Ninja is awful.
Let's mention massive plot holes.
Massive plot.
And my final one, and my only metal hero.
Oh.
Winspector.
That show made me want to
about
die.
Winspector.
As soon as I said metal heroes, I went, wait, shit.
Yeah.
Winspector.
I put Winspector on mine as soon as he said it because
It's on my list now. It's on mine now.
There are no words.
It's bad.
It is not even trying.
They
weren't even trying to tell a story.
They weren't.
And there's
to be fair,
the one person who recommended it because he likes it.
Yeah.
You are allowed to like it.
Everyone is allowed to like all of these shows.
To be fair, there is one thing, because we can say that it has no plot, but
except Black RX.
Neither does
you are not allowed to like Black RX.
Neither does
Yes,
Ranger. But Ranger came after this, and they learned from the mistakes that this show made.
Ranger had good characters.
Oh wait, no, they just had characters. I don't remember anything about Wing Spectre except hating it.
Yep.
All right.
Watch our 12-minute review of Anger.
I think it's 8 minutes.
Oh, is it?
It's the shortest review we've ever done.
There's a reason for that.
Because we had nothing to say.
Let me go ahead.
It sucks.
Marcus's turn.
Get started.
Start us off.
Now, this is something that Jacob and I would definitely go ahead and agree with. Ultraman Ginga.
Oh God! Ultraman Ginga is so bad. It's on my list.
Okay.
Ultraman Ginga is on my list. It's awful.
Boring. I hate the characters. It was like watching Garo Dragon Blood again, and I'm just like, stab me. Because this show was...
It was 9 minutes and 15 seconds.
Awful.
Oh, okay.
You see, it doesn't even reach the 10-minute mark.
Nope.
This show is just
Still think it's our shortest.
We called it episode 17 / Rantocast episode 2.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was a while ago.
Ultraman Ginga is just
5,500 views, almost.
Oh, cool.
Why does this show
because it's short.
try so hard to be so bad? Especially after coming out.
I wouldn't say it tries hard to be. Here's what I said this in our review. The worst thing about Ultraman Ginga is the fact that it's a toku.
Yeah.
If this were just a straight J drama, it could have worked.
But it did.
But it's
Ultraman
wow.
Ginga just felt placed in that show. They fixed a lot of it by removing a lot of the characters in S. But I'm just like, I still
they did it by turning it into an Ultraman show.
Yeah. Instead of just a J drama,
as opposed to a J drama that just that gets invaded by a toku show.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'll give it this though, still one of the most unintentionally funny moments I've ever seen.
So I'm looking at our most viewed videos, and I'm honestly surprised.
Really?
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. You had Go On, you had Wing Spectre, you had Series of Mask Man. Oh, Mask Man.
Mask Man, I got that on my list.
Which is the most viewed video we have.
Are you serious?
Mask Man review is the most viewed at 39,000 views.
It is now because you can't see Change Man.
Change Man, I think, is still number 1.
Which is like 50,000.
50-some thousand.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of views.
I'm going to re-upload it. But, Mask Man is awful.
Can I view it if I'm logged in as Tokucast?
I think so.
Okay.
Mask Man is legitimately awful. This is the show that started off, hey...
This was my first on-camera Sentai, I believe. For Tokucast.
Like, who could we focus on the most, and yet still the least at the same damn time? This Red. And this Red had nothing good about him. He's boring. We end up having 2 other characters that, are more memorable, but they only came about because they got more popular as the show went along with Blue and Yellow. I'm just like, that's problematic. Because Red is, the whole show focuses on him. Pink is who? Black looks like a foot. And I'm just like, I hate this show. It's bad.
Oh boy.
Let's see. This is one that's me. Oh, it's so me.
Is it you?
Are you ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
Agito.
That's all you.
Oh, wow, yeah. Change Man, 43,000.
Yep.
Sorry.
People like Agito, and I can sort of see why. But I was extremely bored by this show.
But I also don't blame you for that. It is kind of boring.
The reason I said that is mostly because Soichi, our main character, who was very much so a Gary Stu. And I'm just, you bored me. Like,
you bored me, sir.
You really have nothing else to contribute. You're like, once you're Agito, you're cool. But other than that, I'm seeing like the plot focused so much on Gills. Yeah. Agito just didn't do anything for me. Here's another one that's going to get me some hate because the show just ended. Bill. I don't like this show. Evolt's terrible. Fight me. I've never seen anybody go, hey, I just got a text. They told me to go ahead and change my plan, so I'm going to change my plan.
Changing my plans?
Changing my plans. And I'm going to do it again in about 5 more minutes. Wait about 5 more minutes, and I'll do it again. And I'll keep doing it every couple of minutes. Don't worry. The whole thing with Banjo constantly having to go, what am I fighting for? And he has to do it about 5 different times throughout the show. 1 more time, including the movie. A lot of the comedy was stale. The whole thing with him being focused on me time the whole time, just sitting here like is problematic in Japan. And I just really don't like a lot of the things in the show because a lot of it keeps getting rehashed. Once Evolto comes in, I'm just thinking like, you could have killed everybody, yet you didn't. Why? Oh, wait. we had to wait because Zio's happening, so that's why we had to save all the budget. Yeah, I didn't like them.
And here's the thing. I absolutely understand every single point, and to a degree, agree with most of your points. But I don't think Build is my favorite show. It's middle, closer to the bottom. I was entertained.
I was saddened. Next, Garo Dragonblood. We just finished reviewing it. I felt sadness because Alice is terrible. When your side characters end up taking up so much focus on the show, you're just like, I didn't come here for you.
At least it was quick.
At least Baby Dragon became 1,000-Year Dragon.
Sure.
Time Wizard.
The best thing about it was the fact that Alice died at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
She is a terrible actor, and everything around her. And I'm just like,
and
please go away.
Episode 3 was good.
And episode 3 was good. 1 out of 13 is not a passing score.
No.
Also, Rekka exists. Enough said.
Yeah, she exists.
Next.
Here comes basically the end of it because everything else has been mentioned on one of our lists. Amazon Season 2 is just The Corpse Bride, but somehow still worse. This show is just
Which to me says a lot because I hate Corpse Bride.
I fell in
Haven't
love
seen it.
with a zombie because I don't feel the urge to eat her. Oh my god. And then he dies at the end.
Can we
And then
isolate that as a ringtone?
And then she dies at the
my
end.
God.
And I'm
You
just
want
like,
that along with Hi Ho No Re.
I like Amazon, like the first season,
I know you
a
do.
lot more. I recognize its problems. I'll be the first to say that. But Amazon Season 2, I'm sitting here like, I hate everyone in this show.
Amazon Season 1 for him, Build for me. Yep.
It's just like, this is a mess. I don't understand why they did anything they did. And once eventually, because we will end up reviewing it, it's going to be a mess. And it's going to be just like our Kiva one, where it's just going to turn into a rant. I'm prepared for it.
Ranto.
That's the end of my list. Jacob.
Oh, goody.
He had the longest one out of all of us.
Yeah, most of them have mentioned. Black RX is a dumpster fire. Windspector is a dumpster fire on top of another dumpster fire. Ultraman Orb Origins.
Ooh, yeah, that's, ooh.
This show sucked.
It was terrible.
It's so boring.
It's very boring. And it's weird because Juggler is still in this show.
Juggles is still in... It contradicted things that I felt were set up in Orb Proper, and they were things that I liked in Orb Proper, and I didn't even like Orb Proper that much.
I think the biggest issue was the fact that Orb wasn't himself yet, as we knew him. So that sort of ruined his character.
For me, it was the relationship between Orb and Juggles.
Yeah.
Because in the way their rivalry was set up in Orb, and the way it seemed to be contradicted in this one, that really didn't do anything for me.
No favors.
Goanger is bad. Zyuohger, I was miserable watching that one. Kamen Rider Kiva is a train wreck. It has some of the worst editing I've ever seen.
Train wreck, you can't look away.
No, I did look away. That's the thing. I stopped watching it, and I did other things, and I felt better about my life. Kiva is just... Kiva, it's unwatchable. From an editing perspective, that show is practically unwatchable because it's just constantly jumping around between all these characters that I don't care about, and it has good monster designs though.
It's true,
and good suits.
The Fangires are great.
The Fangires could have been better. So could a lot of things.
The boot could not have been made.
Kamen Rider Amazon, the original, was my first appearance on Tokucast. For that reason,
that whole episode was just you being angry.
It will always hold this place in my heart. And Kamen Rider Amazon is a terrible show with cheap production values.
Very cheap.
And
I was about to say, can we use that real quick?
That was better than the effects in Kamen Rider Amazon.
I'm gonna go get that real quick.
Okay, bye. Kamen Rider Stronger, there's a villain who looks like red broccoli.
She did.
She did.
Super dimpa dead.
Thank God.
Yeah, that show just makes me sad for so many reasons. Ultraman, the Saga movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was so bad it took him a second.
No, I was just like, I got confused with Ultraman the next, and I was like, yeah.
It's one that we just reviewed, and it has like the worst main character in the history of ever. Taiga is a coward, and he's horrendously unlikable. This movie made me miserable. Ultraman
This
Revenge of
movie-
Belial as well was another bad one.
That
But
movie
this
made
one,
you want to set fire to that.
the Ultraman Saga movie might be it might be the worst Toku movie I've ever seen.
I would agree.
It was just atrocious.
Yeah.
Garo
Thanks.
season 3, I'm a lamppost. Remember that, kids.
Thank you.
The moth does.
Thanks, Marcus. I feel a little better now. But now I don't feel better because I'm talking about Garo Dragon Blood. We just reviewed this show, and oh my god, this show is awful. It's so awful. I liked some things about it, like it had great monster designs, and
Episode 3,
and Rei Fujita Zero, he was great once again, and
everything else.
the actual Dragon Knight himself was great. The effects were great, but everything else, especially Alison Rekka, some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
It still lit fire to that dumpster.
Some of the worst.
Alice in Crappy Land.
Okay, O-Ranger sucks.
We've already said it all.
We have Fies. I absolutely despise this show.
Which is like...
You have a phone! Use it!
That's like the way that the rest of the Kamen Rider like fandom use it. Either you like it
Or you
Or
hate
hate
it.
Well, I
There's
really
really no
hate
in-between.
it. I hate the show. I hate it so much. I was absolutely miserable watching Fies. I couldn't stand it.
You're miserable a lot.
I am. I have depression. That's why. That's a real thing.
Fies doesn't help it.
Everybody give Jacob a hug in the comments.
Please, I always appreciate them. I give good hugs. At least that's what they tell me.
He does.
Ultraman Ginga. Yeah.
There's so many goddamn Ultramans on your list.
We have a reason for that.
But there's some great ones, but like everything else, there's bad too. Speaking of which, Redman.
I love
What
Redman.
the full hell is this?
I love it.
What the full hell is this,
I
Subaraya?
love Redman.
You need to go to your room and think about what you
We
did.
had never talked about this show, and that makes me sort of sad.
Oh my goodness!
Have you seen it?
It's okay. Let me put it this way.
Redman?
Yeah.
Redman is awful, but it's like
It's
okay.
awful in the best
It's
way
so
possible.
bad it's good.
Yeah.
Redman is so bad it's good, but
It wraps
it's
itself.
so bad.
It's basically just like an Ultraman-esque figure,
Every-
and he just kills a monster. And the monster could just be sitting there.
Okay, like one in the opening like segment that they show in the beginning of every show when he uses his like super like slash attack, it's on a little twig tree like this thick in the middle of a field.
It's
Pathetic.
It's like every episode's about 3 minutes.
3 minutes about.
And
3-4
it's
minutes.
all on YouTube.
There's just like a
no
monster
talking.
walking around. Redman shows up and just murders him.
So
It's executed so
Terribly.
mind-blowingly ineptly. Not terribly. I'm going to say inept. This show it's a very old show. I will give it that. So maybe they were trying to figure things out, but
or maybe they were just doing it on purpose.
maybe they were just trolling us.
I feel like they were.
I feel like the show was made as a joke.
This show was made as a
It
joke.
feels like it was made as a joke.
It's hilarious though. I enjoyed watching it because I was thinking like the monster was doing nothing.
The monster will just be walking around in a field, not hurting anybody, not doing anything.
Eating. Next thing you know,
And
the
Redman-
berries it was eating were getting punched down his throat.
And then Redman just shows up and murders him. Just murders
And
him.
you're just like,
I'm calling it murder because it's premeditated, clearly.
he saw them. He saw them and planned this.
Yes.
Oh, you're walking? How about my foot up your ass?
Oh, you exist. Die!
All right, what's next on your list? I love that
Oh, what
show.
do I have next?
It's great to watch if you're not doing anything else, just because you're just like, I don't know what is happening, but I'm enjoying it.
Next is Kamen Rider Kabuto.
Mm.
I freaking despise this show.
I can absolutely understand why.
Soji is one of the worst main characters that I've ever experienced.
I love him.
I want to gouge his freaking vocal cords out with the length of his own frozen smug. I hate him so much. I hate all the characters in this
I
show.
love most of
It's boring. It has no plot.
You
I
can't try that.
hate everything about Kabuto. It's awful.
I love it. It's still one of my
It's
favorites.
I broke.
Is that the end of your list?
No!
Oh.
It isn't. You want to know why? Because there's 2 more shows that I still hate so much. The first one's Wizard.
Which we've already...
We've
We've
kind of talked ad nauseum about Wizard, so I'll skip it. I think I'm going to go to what I think is what is like the worst television show I've ever seen ever, and that's Kamen Rider Amazons. I was absolutely miserable. Like,
he's just talking about season 1.
just completely. I haven't seen season 2. Kamen Rider Amazons. I hated life watching this show. This show is so pathetic and so desperate to try and be edgy and cool.
No, edgy was a nose.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Careful.
I hate you so much.
All right.
I hate you so much.
I think we're going to end it here.
No, we're not going to end it here. You know why? Because I still have more to talk about with Amazons. It's just the worst.
It's the Titans of Toku.
No, it is not. Well, okay, I haven't seen Titans, so I don't know if it's good or bad yet. But if we're just going by the trailer, then yeah.
That's what I'm just going by.
Oh my god, you have high school girls who are like, we're gonna kill you if you tell anyone. Get that, audience? We're dark, we're violent, and we're mean, because that's cool. I want to get... fuck Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
That's what this show is. I'm so violent. The name of my finisher, Violent Punish. Because I'm violent, and that's cool. You know, Matt, you know this probably better than anyone.
I think you're starting to foam at the mouth there.
You know something I love?
What's that?
Zack Snyder's DC movies. You know I love these.
Yes.
You know I love Man of Steel.
And I enjoy most of them as well.
You know I adore Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. And some people don't like them because of tonal reasons, which, all film is subjective. That's totally fine. If you like Amazons, that's fine. I watched this show and I'm like, oh my god, this is what people who hate those movies feel like. This is what it's like for them. I know what you felt now, because this is the most...
It was an enlightening experience.
It was something of an enlightening experience. This show is just so... Like, the best word to describe it is pathetic.
Ooh.
It is absolutely pathetic in every aspect. The acting is not good. The action is not good. It's tonally a mess. It has some of the most... It is like the most desperate attempt to be cool I have ever seen from anything in Toku. I hated myself while watching it. I hated everything while watching it. I was completely miserable the entire time. I was more miserable watching this than any Toku thing ever.
And we saw Winspector.
And it's shorter than Winspector. It's only 13 episodes. And it's just 13 episodes of sheer, pathetic, miserable torture. I hate this show.
Here's the sad thing. I agree with about 95% of what he just said. Just not to that level of anger.
Fair enough.
Because I walked in expecting it to just try to be a dark, edgy bullshit mess. So when you get what you expected, I'm like, alright, it's bad.
I liked it. But
Season 2
ruins a lot of things.
Anyway, those are our least favorite Toku shows.
I feel a little better now.
Good. He's been holding that in for when did that video come out? Like 3 years ago?
Long time ago.
Like 2 years ago?
Long time ago. And every comment was, oh, he didn't try to understand it. Why didn't you get it? You didn't get it. You don't suck on this. Come on. That pisses me off so much. You didn't get it. There's nothing to get. I didn't like it. You did. Deal with it. That's the subjectivity of it all.
This is great. I'm having a good time.
This is great.
Good for you.
Well,
I am too.
Before we have to take somebody to the goddamn hospital, either for an aneurysm or murder, why don't we end it here and call it a day? As always, join our Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media things. Give us money if you can. We understand if you can't. But
any support is appreciated.
But join us next time, where hopefully we'll be a little more happy.
There's open.
We won't. Because about what we're about to film.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, everybody.
It'll be up
Bye.
later. Bye.